And similarly to how there was a POW block in the area before, there's a secret POW block over here that I guess I have to fight this thing first to get. And what do you know? Another sleepy sheep. I must just be this is the sleepy sheep run. Because if I see one more of those things, I might have a panic attack. Do we at least get it as a drop? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah, okay. So there's that, and there's the POW block. And so we go on. And so we can deal with bald cleft like crazy. But these aren't bald cleft anymore, are they? No. These are, whatever these things are called. And why did this one not fall off his pedestal? It's weird. Anyway. We're going to tattle them first. That's a bristle, totally covered in spikes. They're so prickly. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, and defense is 4. And they're impervious to fire. Even trying to get close enough to whack it with a hammer is dangerous. Seriously, its spikes will totally pop out. So since you can't jump on it or use your hammer, you'd better use an item. Oh, I suppose the bald clefts we could have actually killed with Power Smash. These ones we cannot, because they're spiny, so if you jump on them, you'll take damage. If you hammer them, their side spikes pop out, and you take damage. But, with the magic of the POW block, we'll insta-kill them. And get 14 star points for that fight. I know it was hard, but, you know, this is why I'm a professional. So, when you level up, you have access to raising your HP by 5, your FP by 5, or your badge points by 3. And it would be a little bit overpowered if you raised your badge points by 5, especially considering a lot of them only take 1 or 2. But one popular strategy to play this game is what's called a, well, not popular, but cool strategy, I guess, is a BP only run, where you stay 5 or 10 HP, 5 FP, and just raise your badge points all the way up every upgrade that you get. And I'll be kind of doing that. I will do a lot of badge points, but I'll probably also be doing some flower points as well. HP I don't really care about. I'm good enough at the game, I don't need that. When I was a kid, I basically picked HP every time, because I was awful. Yeah. I think next time I'll do flower points. You don't need a hell of a lot of flower points, but I guess at this point in the game we don't really need a hell of a lot of badge points either, do we? Anyway, now we're out onto a second field, and there's nothing in these trees, so don't worry about that. Got fire flower here, an inn coupon, which lets us stay at the inn for free, and there's also this. This is a super block. Hit the block to replenish all the HP of Mario and his partner. Doing this will also replenish all of Mario's FP. However, it will cost you the number of coins shown on the block, so be ready to pay. So this is 5 coins, which is fine. We have 109. So a full heal for 5 coins. The inn, I believe, costs 10. So those blocks... I don't actually need to save. Those blocks essentially exist so that you don't have to run back all the way to the inn, and yet they're cheaper, so you be the judge of whether that's good design or not. Hoo-ha-ha. you're the first contestants I've seen in a while. If you've come all the way here to Shhwonk Fortress, you must want stone keys. And if that's the case, then you must compete against me. So we're gonna have to fight this guy too. If you win, I'll let you through to where the stone keys rest. However, if you lose, you will suffer a terrible fate. And by terrible, I mean awful. Ha 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 ha. So, what do you want to do? I'll take you on. Haha. You're in for it now. Except it's not an actual battle. It's a game show. Hey hey, ladies and germs. Welcome everybody to the 65th super fun quirk quiz. Perk up those ears. If you've correctly answered 5 of the following questions, you win. But get 3 of them wrong, and you'll suffer a cruel and unusual punishment. Now, for the first question, what's hidden in this palace? Of course, we know that it's stone keys. You just told us that. Ah, that's correct. That question was too easy, but it only gets much harder from here, so prepare yourself. On to question 2. What do 1 Mr. Softener and 1 Fire Flower cost at the shop in Petalburg total? I have no idea. So, I think it's 16, but I don't know. Wrong, you fools. Remember, if you get 3 wrong, you're going to suffer like you wouldn't believe. Don't let the pressure get to you. Moving on. Question 3. What is the name of the mayor of Petalburg? It's Krupp. Ah, I think you're only supposed to know that if you tattle him. That's correct. That question was too easy, but it only gets harder from here. You're not done yet, folks. Question 4. Tell me now, where is the crystal star? Petalburg, the whole place. It's in Hooktail Castle. I guess Petalburg's the city. Ah, that's correct. That question was too easy. Yeah, that's always too easy, isn't it? Are you ready for diabolical question 5? How can one get from Petal Meadows to Rogueport? By the pipe. You fool. Tell me you didn't just get the 4th right answer. It can't be true. That's it. I'm making the rest of these near impossible. Get ready for brain pain. On to question 6. Which of the following creatures have hands? And it's only Koopa Troopas. Are you real sure? Are you real? Is that the real answer? No. Ah, that's right. You correctly answered 5 questions. I don't believe it. You win. I think if you lose, you just have to fight another set of bristles, or maybe even just clefs. So very angry. I can't believe I lost. I guess I'll just have to let you through, stupid rules. And he does the super spin. Huh. And he goes back to sleep forever. But something tells me that's not the last we'll see of him. Anyway, we get another badge, the multi-bounce, which I'm actually going to equip for reasons you'll see shortly. Only costs 1, which is very nice. And we've got these new enemies here, which I'm going to completely ignore. Or maybe not. So these are kind of cool little guys. They're called fuzzies. I think they're maybe not unique to the Paper Mario series, but I think it's where they originated. And that's a fuzzy. What a hyper little guy, huh? Cut back on the caffeine. Max HP is 3, attack is 1, and defense is 0. Those things suck up your HP and use it to replenish their own. Isn't that the worst? I mean, ew. Doesn't that sound totally gross? Anyway, guard against them by pressing A at the right moment they release you. The timing is pretty hard to master, so practice up. These things really suck. HP. What a clever thing to say. So they kind of jiggle and then they get long. And it really sucks if they heal. And I'm also really bad at getting the timing. But especially now that we can only deal 1 damage per attack, having them heal up to 3 gets... it really elongates the battle. So I probably won't even do the multi-bounce this turn. And this guy I'm gonna kill, watch that. Ah, not quite. I thought I was gonna be super cool and get... I mean, I can't even do the proper guard, or the normal guard right, so why do I think I can get the super guard? But it's okay. Goombell is up front and she's soaking up all the damage. It's possible for them to hit the person in the back. There we go. But they don't often do that. But I'm not super interested in fighting as many of these things as we can. Anyway, we have got the Stun Stone, mythical stone shaped like the sun. And then one single fuzzy drops down, but we have to fight 4. And one has a sleepy sheep, why wouldn't it? So we're going to kill that one before it puts me to sleep and I have to spend the next 8 turns getting hit. There is a way later in the game to make these things completely, like, not defenseless, but robs them of all of their strength. They cannot attack you at all with it. And by the time you get it, it's not really that big a deal because you're kind of done with them, but maybe we can get it out of sequence, who knows. Anyway, this is another required fight that gives you more than 10 star points, so the early game really does feed you as much XP as it can. Run... I was going to say rightfully so, but not really. It's just, I guess, to be nice. Here's a little trick that I learned from watching the speedruns. If you are on one of these like straightaways where it's just like a flat hallway with a completely horizontal wall, if you hold the stick at like just the right angle, you do actually move faster. They did an analysis using calculus to figure it out, which is kind of cool. And here's another 4 fuzzies, and we're out of it, FP. Well, I don't know if FP to use that. Okay. I was going to say that we can show off Sweet Treat, but maybe we will wait until we go back down the hall. Okay. When I was a kid, I always figured that the timing for super guards was like when the damage comes up, but that doesn't really make sense because the damage displays how much you took. Oh, we got a bingo. Or a chance for a bingo. And we got it actually, nice. And that was actually the Shine Sprite bingo, which is a full heal on everything, and it fills the audience. So the audience size determines how much, how many stars you get when you perform a successful action command. And the stars, I guess we haven't seen their use, but they're for using the special moves. So maybe we won't even need to use Sweet Treat now that we got that. Okay, now back to the middle, and we can leave because we've got our things, or we can fight another set of fuzzies. Only 2. So, not so bad. Oh, we also lost a bunch of the audience. I guess they were only there for the one fight. I did think that that just actually filled it up, but I guess not. So that bingo happens, see how we have the 2 poison mushrooms? And, okay, good. So every time you perform a proper action command, you get one thing up in the little roulette, not roulette, but the slot machine up in the corner there. And if the first 2 match, the third one will always initiate the wheel. And then it's up to your timing on an A press to get the right one. And if you match the poison star, or the poison mushrooms, I believe you are taken down to 1 HP, or maybe 5. And everyone in the audience leaves, I think, as well.